So, congratulations, you have made it. You've studied the charts, you've put in the practice, and you've hit a huge milestone in your journey. But now, here comes the real test. This is the moment you go from paper to pro, where all that theory smacks right into reality. We're going to find out what it really takes to make that leap.
Look, this is way more than just a nice-sounding quote. This is your new identity. From this point on, the goal isn't just about making money, it's about shedding every last habit of a gambler and putting on the discipline of a professional. And trust me, that one shift in how you see yourself, it changes absolutely everything. And let me tell you, that is not a small feat. You've been in the simulator learning the core skills, how to protect your capital, how to manage risk, and how to stick to a strategy. But maybe the most important thing you've practiced is wrestling with your own emotions. You know, that fear and greed that can just completely destroy even the most perfect plan. But here's the million-dollar question, right? The one that's probably keeping you up at night. I mean, it's one thing to do well when it's all fake money. The entire game changes when your own hard-earned cash is on the line. Answering this question honestly is the single most important trade you will ever make. So to help you answer that, I want you to think of this next part as a pilot's pre-flight check. A pilot would never, ever dream of taking off without it, and you shouldn't even think about depositing a single dollar until you've passed this final test. Okay, let's walk through this, because this list covers every single angle. It's not just about proving your strategy works, like being profitable over your last 30 trades. It's also about proving you're protected outside the market. Look at point 4, having that emergency fund. And it's about building a system for getting better, which is what that trading journal in point 6 is all about. Every single one of these is a non-negotiable pillar. And I gotta tell you, the temptation to just skip a step here, it's going to be huge. You're gonna feel impatient. But skipping even one of these is like building a house on a shaky foundation. Sooner or later, it's all gonna come crashing down. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. No shortcuts, no exceptions. All right, so once you can honestly check off every single one of those boxes, you've earned something much more important than just the right to trade. You've earned the right to think like a professional. And that right there is the real prize. Because great trading isn't really about what you do, it's about your philosophy. And here it is. This is the core difference in how you have to think. A gambler is always chasing that home run, that one lucky lottery ticket trade that's going to make him rich. A professional knows that's a losing game. Real long-term success is built on base hits, just small, consistent wins day after day. It's about having a reliable process, not hoping for a lucky outcome. And all of this leads to a really key goal: becoming a zero-risk trader. Now, that doesn't mean you trade with zero risk. That's just impossible. What it does mean is that you eliminate the unnecessary risk, the stupid stuff, the kind of risk that can knock you out of the game for good. It's about managing risk so smartly that you can always, always survive to trade another day. So after you pass that checklist and you adopt this mindset, it's so tempting to feel like, okay, I did it. I've reached the finish line. But the truth is, this isn't an ending. It's the real beginning of your education as a trader. The foundation you've built is so solid now that you can start to explore the whole wide world of trading. You can start looking into different styles like swing or position trading. You can dive way deeper into more complex chart analysis. Or, hey, maybe you start learning about the fundamentals of the companies you're trading. The point is, the learning never stops. This is really the key takeaway I want you to have. You are not stepping into the market unprepared. After all this hard work, you have a proven process, you have a risk-first mindset, and you have the discipline to actually follow your plan. You are truly, truly equipped for the journey ahead. And so here we are, right back at that huge question from the beginning. Only now you have a framework to actually answer it. Look back at that checklist, think about the professional's mindset, and ask yourself one final time, am I ready? If the answer is a confident, solid yes, then trade safe, trade smart, and welcome to the market.